YouTube family, I missed you. Ah, first of all, come on with the hugs, oh my gosh. I've missed you over the few days. So much has happened. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Now, you know what's up when we got to start with the hug first. So much to cover. It really is. Am I supposed to talk on this? On the heat wave we're having, a very bad, excessive heat warning. It's bad on the East Coast because you step outside, you feel like you can't breathe because of the humidity and everything. It's like I hope you're having a good one. It's not cute not knowing, but now we're gonna know, and we're gonna start off on this note. Violence of any form is not good. I don't care if it's your race, your age, your sexuality, violence of any form. And as long as people are given guns as gifts, thinking it's an honor, with these guns and walk around with them, people are going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. Violence of any form. And unless that language changes, because we still unfortunately have school shootings, no matter what your voting preference is, shooting is not the answer. And guns, when guns fall into the wrong hands, and they always do, people take their mental aggressions, everything out on innocent people. So that's my statement on the violence. I also like to say, please be careful what you put on social media. What you may think is funny, joke with people that you know, it's not necessarily so funny on the internet. You don't want to become a target, and you really want to stay away from that kind of things. Everything is not meant for social media. Every joke, your inner thought, it's not. Please be careful what you put on social media. So many people have died over the past few days. You know how they say, well, it comes in threes. Nope. Now it comes in sixes and nines, so many. We're going to start off with last week, actress Shelley Duvall. Popeye movie, Annie Hall, The Shining. She died at the age of 75, complications of diabetes. Then, starting off the weekend, hearing of the death of Dr. Ruth. In the 90s, Dr. Ruth was everything. And wait, she was old back then, giving her witty conversations about sex, when she would mention masturbation. She would mention things. And usually the person that she was talking to, wait a minute, and she was talking to would blush. They would always blush. And she would say, masturbation is good. And she would just give her talks. She would talk show host, a renowned sex therapist who really opened up on people accepting their sexuality, loving, having sex. Dr. Ruth died at the age of 96. Then Richard Simmons, he just turned 76. Yes, Richard Simmons died the day after his birthday. Over the past few years, there was much concern because he really became a recluse. And he was all about exercise because he used to be a very heavy man. And he said that exercise is the key. There must be something here. Sorry. Exercise is the key to living longer. He was big on it, sweating with the oldies, and he had them tighties on, and he was happy, and he just wanted people to embrace exercise as a way of life. He died the day after his birthday. Then actress Shannon Doherty, Beverly Hills 90210. I think what hurt with her death, she had been battling breast cancer for the past 9 years. She was 53. She came forward breast cancer. She went into remission, but then it came back even worse with that horrific metastatic breast cancer. For many people, they grew up with Brenda Wash. They grew up with her. You know, Luke Perry dying a couple of years ago, so it hurt a lot of people because that was a part of their growing up in their childhood. Shannon also starred in Charmed, The Heathers. She was even in the reboot for Beverly Hills 90210, but she passed away over the weekend. Actor James B. Sicking, I'm going to take you back. Hill Street Blues was the 80s. It was a great cop show. He played Howard Hunter on Hill Street Blues. He was a kooky cop who, he was just different, and he was a very unique character. He also played the dad on Doogie Howser. He was 90 years old. We also lost football player Jacoby Jones back in 2012 when the Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl. It was his kick, his move, that helped to win the game. Jacoby Jones was only 40 years old. So there was a lot. There was just so many deaths. It was like every time we turned around this weekend, somebody else was dying. So prayers to all the family. Charles Barkley, he was a former Philadelphia 76er. He recently admitted in an interview why he's retiring. I'm sure that CNN debacle had a part in it. But Charles Barkley said the reason why, because the NBA on TNT is ending and it's going to move to a new network, NBC. Charles Barkley says he doesn't want to do that because it just wouldn't feel right. So he says that this will be it. I have a question. Travis Kelce is living his best life. Kansas City Chiefs got these Super Bowl rings under his belt. He's dating Taylor Swift. And he's got a new game show coming on Prime. Are you smarter than a celebrity? It's going to be coming soon. And they're already, even though we haven't seen it, they're already hailing him as the next Steve Harvey or Ryan Seacrest. Houseway, because he does have a personality. He's living his best life. He's a good-looking man. He's lived for this. Like, there is life for football, life after football for him. They said his chemistry with the contestants, the audience, there's going to be a lot of comedians on this show. They say Travis Kelce gets it, but will he be the next Steve Harvey or Ryan Seacrest? It was really funny when last week, Steve Harvey does Celebrity Family Feud, and they mentioned if there was a Mount Rushmore of game show hosts, who would be on it? And someone said Steve Harvey, and he was looking like, not yet. He's making his mark, but even he felt like, not yet. And it was really funny because they mentioned the Pat Sajaks and people like that, Alex Trebek, but nobody mentioned Bob Barker. The Price is Right. So that was a very good episode. Get ready for Captain America: Brave New World. Actor Anthony Mackie is stepping into the role of Captain America. And they're doubting him because it's like, but you're not the other guy. I think his name's Steve Majors. They said, well, you're not him. Well, he's got to prove himself. It's coming to theaters next February and Disney Plus. Harrison Ford is going to be co-starring as the President of the United States. Fans of Euphoria, get ready. The show is coming back, season 3, with Zendaya and all the cast. It's coming back. Filming starts in January. Kerry Washington and Tony Goodwin, they made such a great couple on Scandal. Now I'm hearing, now that Tony is on Law and Order, that Kerry Washington may be stepping up to appear in one of the episodes. How many fans out there of The Martin Show? Funniest show in the 90s, and guess what? You can watch a Martin Show with Martin Lawrence, and Gina, and Tommy, and still funny to this day. Well, much like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they want to do a reboot and make it a drama. Like Martin, I guess, before he became Martin. I don't like this idea. I want to see original. You know, the Martin Show was original. I swear you can watch the show 30 years later. It's still funny. I don't want to see a drama. I know they're having success because the new season of Bel-Air is coming up about a month on the Peacock Network. I don't want to see a drama of Martin. Maybe it's just me. I wish they would be more creative because this is a great comedy show. Now you want to turn into this drama. Let me know what you think. Alec Baldwin, the charges were dropped in that Rust shooting case. You know, he had to pay the family a ton of money. Then they, went and charged him anyway. Well, child, the charges were dropped in that Rust shooting case, even though it was Alec Baldwin that pulled the trigger. Okay, let's talk Divorce in the Black, and I'm going to do this without giving anything away. Tyler Perry's new movie is streaming now on Prime. Making good. Corey Hardrick, he is such a nice man. I interviewed him last week. So very nice. But boy, does he play a mean old character in this movie. First off, the first 7 minutes, watch the first 7 minutes. You got to watch the first 7 minutes because y'all going to be leaving all kind of comments. The first 7 minutes. It's a great cast. Debbie Morgan, who is acting royalty. Richard Lawson is in it. It's good to see that his career wasn't blacklisted since he divorced Beyonce's mom. I like the cast. I love the girlfriend, Rona. Okay, I'm not going to give away too much, but this is what I liked. Because I haven't liked all of Tyler's projects. And I know one time years ago he asked me, I think it was Meet the Blacks, Meet the Pains, one of them shows. And he said, do you like it? And I was like this. I said, it's got to grow on me. So I haven't liked everything. But this one, I really liked. Some of the storylines a little predictable. But you know what I like what he touched on? Male trauma. Oftentimes, when a person is abusive, it goes back to their childhood and why they are the adult they are. Even the same thing with women. Men are traumatized too, and they go through things. Abuse. And I liked how he touched on that. And that's not to make an excuse for bad behavior, poor behavior against, women. But just letting it be known, men have trauma too. And they too go through things. So I did like that. Corey played the heck out of that role. Now, Corey, don't let them typecast you. He played that. I said, oh, Lord, he the new Ike. Ike Turner. He knew Ike. But Corey was very good. I enjoyed it. I need to know your thoughts because people either loved it or they ain't like it. They were like, this movie is trash. I don't like it. But you know what? Tyler Perry laughing all the way to the bank because the more people say, we don't like it. He laughed and he said, but y'all watching. Y'all waiting to see what I got coming out next. I think this one was good. Helped my attention the entire time. But Divorce in the Black is streaming now on Prime Video. Going to take you back a bit, but the group Bloodstone. Harry Williams, he's now performs in a wheelchair. He's 80 years old, just turned 80. He is retiring. Yes, he's finally thrown it in, retiring. I know his last Philadelphia appearance is on August 16th at an outdoor amphitheater here at the Dell Music Center. But Harry Williams from Bloodstone, those great songs, Outside Woman, Never Let You Go, We Go a Long Way Back, Go On and Cry, How Does It Feel? I'll be playing all these songs on Sunday night. He's been performing because he's had health challenges over the years, but now he performs in a wheelchair. He is retiring, and Mr. Williams, we wish you much success in your retirement. Retiring is hard. For some people, it's easy, but you got to have the money to retire. You just can't say, well, I'm retired, because you got to work. You still got to pay bills. Life goes on. But for many people, they can't wait to get to that point in their life when they don't have to work anymore. Y'all know I'm weird because I love this and I love talking to y'all. And so, Auntie ain't retiring until God says so. That's how we're going to put it. Until God says so. It's not cute not knowing. I need your comments. I threw out a lot of questions. Martin, the drama. What did you think of Divorce in the Black? The many people that we lost. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. We are growing, and I am ever so grateful. And give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. I missed you guys. It's not cute not knowing, and now we all know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.